Hey
Hey
guys,
guys,
welcome back to Once Upon a Trash Talk.
I'm Sarah,
I'm Lainey.
and we are here to talk to you about WandaVision.
Yes, we're finally doing it, guys. Oh my
It's
god.
finally here, and if it's a little crappy, I'm very sorry. I always forget the camera's down here, not up there,
Yes.
so it's gonna be all over the place right now.
Same.
But can we just talk about Friday's episode?
That was very mind blown. Like the fact that you thought you were thinking last time we were on TikTok, you were like, is Monica gonna end up being like Captain Marvel? And then all of a sudden, bam.
I
Like,
know.
like
Seeing
so
her
far,
go through
right?
that barrier, and then all of a sudden, like everything just like clicks to her, and then her powers
Yeah.
come to fruition, and like
Yeah.
I was so pumped. I had chills all over my body. I was so
It was
excited.
crazy.
I could not believe it.
It was also like very like excuse my now I'm gonna say it like that, but it was very like I knew I was saying all of this from the get. Like first I thought Wanda was the villain, and then I turned and was like, I think somebody else is making Wanda to be a villain, and also I think that they were using Vision as a weapon or trying to make him into a weapon, and seasons or episode 7 like cleared all of that. Like all of our answers were right. So I'm like,
So
I don't know what
basically,
else to
like,
think.
yeah, all of our theories have literally come like true, which is so
Yeah,
crazy because you and I haven't read the comics to this one. We haven't read this
exactly.
one,
Exactly.
but for us to like figure this out, it's kind of cool. It's really cool to
I
see.
know. And I really love that I haven't been a Marvel fan only like since we decided we were going to do the podcast. And when WandaVision was coming out, we are like, no, we're doing WandaVision first. Um, I'm glad that I'm able to put things together because like being a new person, being introduced to the Marvel world, besides Harry Potter and like Disney, what I'm normally into, it was, I don't know. I feel like I was just like, wow, why have
Welcome
I
to the
been
dark
like,
side.
I
Welcome to the
know
craziness.
I've been like stopping myself from like this like whole universe that I should have gave a chance a long time ago. But when you have somebody who watches it like 5, 6, 7 times a day, you're like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
It
I
was
feel it.
Thor. It was Thor. That's why I couldn't do Marvel anymore. They made me watch Thor like 8 times in a row.
And
So I
Thor
was
was
like,
kind of boring. The first Thor
yeah.
and the second Thor, I was kind of like, this is
See,
not it
you
for
see,
me.
you see my
So
dilemma. You see my
I do.
dilemma.
I do. I feel it. I know how you are. So I know what you're interested in, which is why I told you to watch specific movies
Yes,
for the show.
definitely.
Um,
Definitely.
let's talk about Vision. You know, I feel so bad for him because
I
he does love
know.
Wanda. He does
Yeah.
want to be with her, but he is also a good person. He knows that
Yeah.
this is wrong.
Exactly. But in the same sense, like I think when we were watching episode 7, we actually did it together. We noticed that a lot of things kept changing the boys' cards. Like I had to have you point out because I was like, what's happening? Why are they acting all freaky? And they're like,
Oh,
oh,
the
their
video
cards are
game
changing.
controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden then the furniture started changing, and then her outfits started kind of changing from her Halloween to like the whole like 2000 Grudge look type of thing.
She
And
looked like a hot mess. I
yeah,
love it. I
sure
was
enough,
living for it.
right on time. Yeah, it made me feel relatable. Like, okay, so it's okay to have those times where you're like, I need a break.
Especially as a mom.
Don't bother me. Because
Exactly.
I always thought like it was a bad thing to do. And then just seeing it like that, I was like, okay.
Well,
Like,
I mean, we all need mental health days. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
it's too stressful to be an adult. Okay.
But you didn't
Adult
see
life is
You
hard.
didn't see Pietro throughout that whole episode. Episode 7, you did not see Pietro
No.
at all.
Well, I mean, you did. In
Well,
the
technically,
end
we didn't know
credits.
about it until someone went on TikTok.
No,
And
actually, my brother told me. He came upstairs
okay,
and he was talking to me about everything. He's like, "Did you see the extra credit, post credit?" And I was like, "What?"
because they never do a post credit. So I think the next episode's going to be the end
I
until
think
season
there's
2.
two more.
Okay, cool.
So
Because they can't leave it like that.
I think so. My brother was telling me, which my brother is a huge Marvel fan, and we will get
Yeah.
him on this podcast soon.
Yes, because he is like a dedicated comic fan. Like
Yes.
this is where we're getting all the information to confirm is this true and this true, and we're pretty good at it. Like pat on ourselves on the back because like he actually said like the way we're going, we're in the right direction. Which thank you. I don't know if we want to say his name, so I'm just not gonna say it yet until we have him on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll let him introduce himself. But
Yes.
he was the one that told me about it, and he was telling me about a lot of different things, like how
Yeah.
people are starting to think that Senor Scratchy, the rabbit in the show,
Yeah.
is actually Stephen Strange.
Which is weird.
Okay, so and what I was gonna get to, but I completely
Yeah.
forgot because I was, all over the place.
Yeah.
My brother was telling me that we don't have a week without Marvel because every week there's a new episode of Marvel. The
Yeah.
last episode is going to be not next week, but the week after.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's going to be like the making of WandaVision and stuff like that. And then after that, it's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So I feel, what if we are so far right, but maybe not fantastic? Like we already proved that they weren't going to do the Fantastic Four intro.
Unless they're saving it for the last episode.
Yeah, unless they're saving it for a cliffhanger, like a little clips, because like I kept saying from the beginning, it's Agnes. She knows too much is going on. She's like, she acts like, sus. Oh yeah, and then all of a sudden, oh, can we talk about that little like side in like intro theme song that it was Agatha all along? I was like,
that was a bop. Okay, I was like, okay,
that was
girl,
really
okay.
good. I know, and the fact her like everything, her facial expressions to where she's like, yeah, that's me, or she'll like stand there. It kind of was like a Bewitched theme, like or there was like
kind of remind me of The Office.
That, and just do you remember that one thing? I forgot what it's called, but it was a little genie, and she would be like this and do like that, and then do the little like nose scrunch. I don't know if it's
I'm pretty sure that's Bewitched.
I hope I'm right, but yeah, it kind of reminded me of that, but a villain, like a villain type of thing.
I can't do that nose thing.
Me neither.
I can only flare my nose, but yeah.
Can we talk about Where's the Boys?
So my brother was saying something about in the comics that Agatha eats them.
I mean, there was sandwiches in the...
And there was a part where she said, I don't bite. And she made that like a big old thing, remember?
And in the same sense too, also, it wasn't Tommy, but it was Billy who was like, you're quiet. I like it here. Why are you quiet?
And then she kind of looked at him like, what the fuck? like,
I'm not supposed to know.
Exactly.
And then you have the other one who kind of plays them. And he's like, oh. And if you notice, she hugs him more than she does Billy. She has like the little, like that. And I'm just like, something's sus there. Like we'll use the Gen Z thing. Something sus.
TikTok. Thank you. It kind of reminds me of like Hansel and Gretel kind of thing. You know, like the witch that fattens up the kids and stuff like that. And then she eats them.
Yeah.
Ugh, I can't.
Dude, that's crazy. Dude, that whole like almost fighting scene with oh my god, that was hella country. Where'd that come from? That fighting scene with Wanda and Monica, the fact that she was like, don't let me do this, doing her little hand thing, and then Monica just stands up and goes, do it, take me out. I was like, what? That
moment was like a mic drop. It was literally so amazing. It gave me chills. I was so ready for it to see the SmackDown go down. But
I was hoping like, that it was going to be like Captain America versus Tony Stark. I was like, please. Oh, God. Is that bad?
Oh God, no, it's not bad. That would have been epic. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know who would win because Monica seems so powerful now. Like her powers. And the thing is, I don't understand. Like, did she have powers before?
Yeah.
Coming into the Hex, or did she have powers already like because she came into the Hex?
So I think I think it was after she came out the first time, because when Darcy did a little like DNA testing, she said that her DNA was all messed up. So ×2, I don't know what that means, but when you look at her body,
so does that mean that Darcy's gonna have powers?
Oh, everybody who came out?
Everyone that came in, because the people that were already in there, I don't think it's gonna mess up their DNA, right? Because they're already in there.
She put them there,
But whereas Darcy, she was like when they moved the force field out.
There has to be something different about Monica.
I don't know, but that'd be dope to see Darcy with some powers. Okay,
think about it. She had she basically, Captain Marvel was her auntie, so she was around that a lot. So what if like her, what's the word? I'm trying to figure out like if it's like in what's it called, the end games, everybody came back, same powers, same brain. The only one who was different was the Hulk, which
he wasn't lost in the snap, wasn't he?
He wasn't. He combined his brain with the Hulk, and then he became weird looking Bruce Hulk.
Broke. Broke. I'm gonna call him Broke from now on, for Bruce and Hulk at the same time.
Broke. That's what I am right now.
Oh man. Yeah, that was so I don't think anything really happened to the people that were in the snap, just because when they came back everything was fine. Even their age never changed.
Exactly.
So
I think it was because Monica was sucked in. She was the only one who was sucked in. So that makes me think about everybody who ended up getting sucked in because Wanda expanded. Like, does that mean that they might be like, but remember, she did it twice. She was fine when she came out the first time, and she was pushed out by Wanda. So if I think Wanda like just makes that whole thing disappear, the quarantine disappear, I don't think that they're gonna get the same reaction as Monica, because she was forced in, forced out, and then forced her way back in. So I think it's gonna be a little bit different because Wanda can open the minefield. Remember when she like opened it, the little quarantine area, and then she
when
closed
she
it back.
stepped out in her little like badass moment.
Oh, her red coat, iconic.
I love her.
Iconic.
I love
it kind
her
of
too
reminds
much.
me of a kind of like a Regina George meets Emma Swan.
She's just like one of those characters that you can't hate. Does that make
Exactly.
sense? Like you can't hate her no
She's
matter what she
relatable
does.
type of thing.
I love her. She's like one of my all-time favorites and will always be my favorite. And I can't. They don't call him Pietro in the show. They call him Peter. And where do you get Peter from? X-Men.
Yes.
He is Peter Maximoff in X-Men, not in the MCU universe.
So what if Agnes and the Nexus commercial, what if that's introducing
like different realities and stuff like that because of what the commercial was saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, so is this before or after?
So even though, like you said, they don't call him Pietro, they call him Peter Maximoff, which is an X-Men, and everybody can confirm it. And what if him and all the commercials like Hydra, Nexus, all of the commercials that they had so far, what if that's their little intro to being part of the Marvel universe now? Instead of having the actual character, what about the names?
That's what I'm thinking, because we know that in Doctor Strange it's going to be the multiverse. Yeah. So we know that. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for it too. You have no idea. I have it on my calendar. I am so ready.
Andrew Garfield. Oh.
Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire.
You can say it, Sarah. Say it.
Deadpool's gonna be in it. I'm
that so and like Sarah always says, he was robbed. First and foremost.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I'm so sad. He was my favorite one so far. I mean, Tom Holland. How do you say his last name?
Holland. Yeah.
Holland. Yeah, I said it right. Yay, I'm not good with names. He's doing a great job. Him and Zendaya did an amazing job for it. But like, I really liked Andrew Garfield.
I liked Gwen Stacy. I love his. Yeah. See, so it's different. It's a different Spider-Man, so that's fine. Yeah. You know, this is his story with falling in love with Gwen and stuff like that, which is great. And I felt like he was robbed from that because he didn't get that like closure with Mary Jane and stuff like that. But it's fine. It's whatever, because Tom Holland is killing it. He is doing great in this movie. He is. So I'm so excited to see what they're going to do for Doctor Strange, because when they come back, what's going to happen?
I know, it was confirmed. Somebody, what's it called, was looking at the new Doctor Strange, and it showed that all of the Spider-Mans are coming in.
I think I sent that to you.
Yeah, you sent it to me on TikTok, and I was just like, oh my god, that would be so cool if they introduced Dr. Strange talking about the multi-universe.
Well, that's what I was saying. So okay, that's what I was saying, because with the rabbit that's inside of Agatha's house, Senor Scratchy, everyone is saying that she used some spell or something like that to turn Doctor Strange into that, but then they're saying that he's going to come back. Yeah. And that's how Wanda becomes to his movie, like gets into his movie. Oh. So if that's the case, then that means this is happening before the multiverse. Yeah. That would make sense. That would
be awesome. Actually.
But that'd just be so crazy to me. Like, I don't know.
I mean, have they disappointed? They've been more mind blown. Like, since I started watching everything, I'm just like, what the heck? They can't do more than this. They can't do more than this. And then all of a sudden, it's like, bam.
It's getting dark too. Okay, Disney is getting darker.
It's like a Harry Potter series.
It is getting dark. When she went into that tunnel, I was like, "Ooh, this is a little scary."
No, I was just like, are they going back to the cave where they started?
Yeah.
Because
Oh
like
yeah, you're talking
the
about
whole
that.
time I was like, so are they going back to, I forgot where they're from, but when they first started, they're going back to
Sokovia.
that. Yeah, Sotovia. Are they going back to the tunnels? And you were like, what? I was like, you remember when they first started? And Sarah hasn't watched it in a while, so she was
I
like,
haven't watched it since it came out, you guys.
I'll rewatch it, but I'm not too sure. And then all of a sudden you see Agatha be like, you're not the
And
only
then
one with magic.
you see the book of spells, the book of dark spells or whatever,
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
so there's just, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. The way that Marvel is playing this out.
I know.
I want to start reading the comics now. I want to read the House of M just because of the
Yeah.
show. Like, I want to know
Dang.
exactly who the hell Agatha is. Is that her
Yeah.
name? Agatha? Yeah, it's Agatha. I had to think
Agnes,
about that.
Agatha. Yeah.
hmm
They call her
But
Agnes, but she finally goes by Agatha.
I think they only call her Agnes so that way she didn't know the real name. Or, like,
Yeah.
we didn't know the real name
But
kind of thing.
nobody even, well, I think so. Me not knowing the comics or knowing anything with the background, I wouldn't even know. But I guess somebody, are you playing with the lights?
Yeah, I wanted to see which one would look better, but never mind.
Unless you do. Yeah, I could tell, Sarah.
I didn't think you could.
Yes, I could.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. This is our test. Okay. We were talking about Agatha with her name change and stuff like that.
I think people in the comics might know. Like, did you check with your brother to see if he knew or anything like that?
About what? Like about who she was?
Agatha, yeah.
He knows who she is, but he doesn't, I forgot what he said about it. I have to ask him again.
We need to have him on the podcast so that way he can kind of like dissect what we have been saying and let us know for sure in detail if we're right or wrong.
I think that'd be cool because it's someone that is actually more invested into the show, where whereas like you and I are kind of like the newbies.
Yeah.
I mean, you're more newbie. I'm like just the movie type person. I read more of the DC comics over the Marvel comics just because I was a huge fan of Batman. Batman was like my all-time favorite, but I was never a big fan of Marvel growing up. So that was my issue. And now I'm like obsessed with Marvel over DC.
I know. That's so crazy.
It is. It's good though. But there's the way that, like I said, Marvel's doing this is really great. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because I know it's not going to be the same way. I know it's not going to be that kind of thing where we're like guessing every step and every turn that they're going to do.
This has been a roller coaster. The fact that
but that's what's so intriguing about it. That's what pulls
but
it makes
me like, it makes me really think. And I'm like,
but girl, we're FBI agents. Come on.
Oh yeah,
we're FBI agents.
Guys,
we're the ones that are like dissecting everything. We're like, okay, give me a name, Jackie. I'll look her up. And you'll
be surprised. All I need is a name, and I'm like, I got you, Sarah.
Show with WandaVision, it's so great because we're all like trying to figure out. We're so invested. We're all trying to figure out what's happening. And anyone that isn't a real like big fan of the whole Marvel universe and stuff like that can say that they love this show. You know what I mean? Because I have so many people that have never really watched the Marvel movies, and then people that are so invested into the Marvel movies, and they all like it the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Agreed. And there's this funny meme that I saw that the ones who need the most therapy and they ended up getting a show. I was like,
I saw that too, and I love it because the guy who plays Bucky, Sebastian Stan, he retweeted that on his Twitter apparently. And like, I think it's so true because they are all screwed up in the head. Okay. They all lost someone. And I mean, Wanda lost more. Actually, no, I feel like Bucky lost more because he was the one that was brainwashed and taken hostage.
Having to do all these things. Yeah. About like he knew, but he had no control. So it got to the point where he just like dealt with it.
I really want to see Bucky in therapy. I really do. I want to see how
like, he looks so concerned.
I want him. Yeah, that's my baby. I want him to be taken care of. Okay, I don't want him to hurt anymore. Because these last movies, it was like getting worse and worse and worse. I was like, oh my God, give him a break.
I know, but in the same sense, like if you look at it, they always say this, and I freaking hate hearing it, but it's so true. It's gonna get ugly before it gets pretty.
Okay, but
so you're gonna really have to dive
It just
deep.
gets uglier and uglier. Yeah. Okay, it can't get any uglier than that. It needs to go up.
What if they make him talk about everything he's ever done?
That's what I'm hoping for. I am.
That's gonna be like a good that's gonna be like a good couple episodes if they do that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I heard that this show's only gonna be like 6 episodes though. So that doesn't make any like
No,
how are they only gonna have 6 episodes?
I doubt it. I think that's just. I think maybe the 6 episodes gonna be explained about Bucky being
Unless they're like an
hostage.
hour long instead of like 25 minutes, like this
No,
freaking
I doubt
show.
it. I doubt it. Disney, no matter what, has always kept to like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. WandaVision is the first time that it's been more than 25 minutes because I've never seen it go past 30 unless it's a final or the new episode like ever airing. So I doubt it. I think it's going to be at least 25 to 30, but Marvel's been getting more time than anything like for example, The Mandalorian. I think it was only like 25 minutes until it was the final season or final episode. There you go. Thank you.
It's okay.
So I doubt it. I don't think it's going to be an hour long. I mean, if Netflix was the one in charge of it, definitely going to be an hour to 2 hours. But I think Disney's doing a really good job with portraying all the characters' side stories of after everybody came back from the snap.
They need a show for like every. I want to see. I would love like a limited series of Captain America going back in time, putting the stones back and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool.
That would be so great.
And then maybe his life with like Peggy. Why is Sharon coming back? Can someone explain that to me, please? Because I don't understand that. How is he?
Yeah, isn't Sharon?
How is he?
What's her name's?
It's Peggy's granddaughter. So if
he went
Captain
back
America
no
went
Sharon.
back in time, exactly. If he went back in time, got with Peggy, there wouldn't be a Sharon.
Yeah.
If I kind of know or understand time travel.
But remember when I asked you that, you said that he went into a different universe. So what they said is, but remember, like you said, there's different universe. So if he went back in time, it wasn't going to change anything. He just had to put it back at the same time.
Yeah, my brother was trying to explain that to me and I still don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, if that's the truth, then so does that mean there's technically still a Captain America with Chris Evans stuck in the ice? And if it were to ever get defrosted and stuff like that, or if he ever comes back, would he still be in this universe as Captain America, even though we have Sam Wilson as Captain America? Does that make any sense?
Well, I think there's a possibility, but it already happened. So his Chris what's it called? Steve Rogers' past already happened. He just technically went back into a different universe. Because remember when the Hulk tried to, or Bruce went to go get the time stone, and what the lady was explaining is every time you take away something from this universe, it opens a new rip and it creates different other universe, and it could be good universes or bad universes. In her defense, she was saying that it could be a catastrophe type of thing, and then that's when she realized that the reason why it went to that area, because Dr. Strange was supposed to be the best of them all, but still failed. So that's how she knew she was the one who failed, and she had to get the time stone to Bruce, so that way they can go back to their universe and then get back everybody and destroy Thanos type of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You need to watch it again. You need to rewatch it again.
I watched it. So it makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't, because I'm like, okay. So then if he gets with Peggy, then so does that mean that there's a different alternate universe where Peggy isn't with Steve Rogers and then she's with, does that mean that she's with Steve in one universe and then with her husband in the other universe where Sharon is kind of alive?
Yeah. So I think that's why she's still alive, because it's not ruining her.
Old Steve was in this universe.
That, or remember the right timing, right place.
But that don't make no sense. I'm so confused. Someone like break it down step by step, please, because I'm like so lost. I don't understand.
I know. I'm kind of like, yeah, you do make sense to where it doesn't make sense, but in the same sense, it's like, also he knew exactly where they were going to be at what date and what time.
That's fine, and he did, but I'm saying like, okay, if it's a different universe, if it's a different, like if it's like a different ripple type thing, how is old Steve there in the same universe as Sharon Carter?
So I don't think I think it's a universe in time. So it all has to do with time because he went back with the time stone. They went back in time. So it created another universe alternating in time to where he was able to go back and this exact time, this exact place, and old man Steve's chilling on a bench waiting for them to come back. Well, technically,
But then how is old man Steve in the same universe as Sharon Carter? That's what my question is.
Because it doesn't mess up it doesn't mess up their past.
So then does Sharon know about old man Steve? Does she know that like that's her grandpa?
Does Peggy know? Does Peggy know that
Peggy's dead?
No, but he goes back in time. So does he tell Peggy that he
is from the future
and that he had relations with her granddaughter?
Can you imagine like, oh, hey, by the way,
sorry,
good morning, but I kissed your granddaughter in the future, just like, or great granddaughter. I can't remember which one it is. That's like the most. I wouldn't even know where to go.
I do something like that. Would you really find someone else in the family very attractive the same way you did in the beginning? That's why I was like,
that's why I did not like that scene. I was like, that's a little forced. Okay, Marvel, don't be forcing someone that he was in love with that he can't be with now, and then just giving him the second sloppy seconds type thing because she's old now, and you know.
I didn't like that, but it showed her character really cared for him. So I was just like, oh man, that's not nice.
I don't want if she's a love interest in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I swear I'm going to riot because the boys do not need that right now. They don't need a love interest right now. They need to find their own peace.
What if she's not going to be a love interest, but what if she's going to be like,
if she ain't a love interest, that's fine.
Kind of like how she's like more like, hey, how are you guys doing? Are you on the right track?
But she had a gun in her hand, like pointing at them, like, I'll fight you, kind of thing. So
I think it's more like they just become like the trio type of thing.
Oh no, they can never be, Jimmy and Monica and Darcy.
I know, but Disney is really good about making trios. I mean, look at The Mandalorian.
It's true. It's always a trio.
It was the child before we knew his name. It was Mando, and it was the guy who kept saying, "This is the way." I think his name was Quill.
Yeah, it's true.
That was a trio.
I just really hope that she's not a love interest. That's all that matters. As long as she's not a love interest, then by all means, Sarah, she can be on the show. You gotta be
open-minded
no,
too.
I don't care. That's one part. Like I don't want a forced relationship on us again, like they did with Bruce and Natasha. Unfortunately, that was a forced relationship. Okay, that was random. That was random.
Her and Captain America, I thought they were gonna end up together. Not
either her and Captain America or her and Clint. One of the two.
No, it couldn't be Clint.
Well, I mean, he has a wife now, but before in the first few movies, they didn't mention anything about a wife or kid.
Yeah, but he had it.
And I know that, but I'm saying like they didn't mention it. So the way their characters were like so connected and so close to each other, I thought that they had relationships, like a relationship back in the day or something. I just didn't like how they were forcing Bruce and Natasha together because it was like random. Like they didn't really have any scenes together, and then all of a sudden they were in love with each other.
Yeah, in the Age of Ultron, like you see like Time for a Lullaby, and then you see them like connect, and I'm like, wait, what is going on? Like, wait, hold up. Wait, like, why only Natasha is doing this? Or like when Steve was like language, and I was like, is there a kid in there? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that was like the whole thing with hold on, time out.
Like, okay, Time for a Lullaby, and then you see the connection that she's like, I'll go away with you, and he just keeps disappearing on her. Like, I'm just saying, she deserves better.
She does. That's why I didn't like her with Bruce. I'm sorry.
There's a little thing going on too, saying that when she was a blonde, that her and Captain America had she was pregnant, and I was like, wait, but she can't have any kids because before she became an assassin, they sterilized her.
That's a fan theory.
Okay, good. Because I was like, is that
a lot of people shipped. So apparently I think there was a comic that Bucky and Natasha were together.
Yeah.
Which I think that would be dope to see.
Dude.
I would love to see that.
Did you
They
see
would be a
though
cute couple.
what Clint named his son?
Yeah, that was a cute
Pietro. It was Tony Pietro something.
Barton.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a cute moment. I just think
Yeah.
Marvel is really smart with the way they're coming up with their content.
Yeah.
Their movies and their
They did my
shows and
girl
everything.
dirty though with her hair.
Who?
Like in Endgames. So
Who?
instead of Nat, so she was blonde for the snap,
Oh.
and then all of a sudden the blonde stayed and the hair was coming back to orange. Like they did her dirty.
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn.
Well, that was the whole point. It was to show like she's too busy trying to figure out everyone else.
I mean, she could go to the grocery store and get some dye to.
I mean, that's the least of her concerns at the moment. Her
They did
concerns
her
are
dirty.
bring her people back.
They did her dirty.
I wonder how Ant-Man's gonna be, because now that his daughter's older, I love how we started with WandaVision and now it's like transforming into like more of like just everything Marvel.
Because Marvel's gonna expand, and like
It's
as
been
much as I love
expanding,
WandaVision, like there's so much you can talk about in 30 minutes. Oh, by the way, to bring it back to WandaVision, that little side scene that they had where Monica was snooping around, whose house was she snooping around?
Agatha's.
And then you see freaking Peter comes out and he makes this comment remark like,
Snoopers are gonna snoop.
I know. And I was like, are you
I've seen it
gonna
way too
help
many
her
times.
or are you gonna
That would be dope. Can you imagine if he like literally just switched and like became a good person and was like, okay, Agatha took me
it
from
looks
my
like he just
freaking
flicked off people.
uh, oops. I want him to like switch and like kind of say like, okay, Agatha took
What
me
if he
from my
does?
reality, took me from my reality, brought me here. I don't know what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
like I need help or
Yeah.
something.
That, or what if he thinks that he's there to help Wanda and Wanda's the bad guy? So he's keeping tabs on her and he was trying to get information and he ended up loving the boys and the family. And then she finds out that Agatha does something wrong to the boys. And then he goes, not my nephews. And then all of a sudden he like switched like what Wanda did.
I really hope
I feel
they
like
don't kill
somebody's
the
going to do a
kids.
switch.
I really hope they don't kill the kids because
it's
I mean,
Disney
I know,
though, so I don't think so.
Girl, but this show is getting dark. And they are making Deadpool into the MCU now, and they're leaving it rated R.
Really?
Yeah, they're leaving it rated R.
What?
I mean,
Ryan Gosling cannot do PG-13. He's perfect.
He won't do. I mean, he did do the PG-13 movie for the Deadpool too. Remember?
Really?
And he like
I didn't watch it.
He did like an alternate thing for like
kids. I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I watched the rated R one. That's just me. But he is going to be in it. He's also going to be in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So it's going to get dark. No matter,
I think so, but I don't think it's going to get as dark as kids dying. Because Disney.
But I mean, they're talking about people dying anyways in Disney.
True.
Like they showed
it's freaking
dead Vision, and then they also showed dead Peter or Pietro.
That's true. That's true.
So.
All right, guys. So this was dated from the entertainment in January 15th, 2020. If I keep looking, it's because I'm looking at my phone. So far, we have, of course, WandaVision that we are watching. And then Sarah's countdown and her favorite thing that's coming out, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. She's so geeked about it.
I'm so excited.
The one thing that I'm excited about is Loki. I mean, that preview, that was amazing.
I'm so excited because this is not the Loki that we were used to in Ragnarok.
Yeah,
this is him. Like kind of still evil. He's still the bad guy here. So I'm so excited to see what's going to happen with this.
I know, me too.
If Thor is going to be showing up somehow or some way. I don't know.
And then how's that going to play with the new version of Thor that is set to be played?
Oh gosh, I'm so excited.
I know, right?
I'm so excited for it.
Can we talk about how Hawkeye is going to have a new show with his daughter?
Have you seen the pictures? It's Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're not really good with last names, but you got the first name right.
Yeah. But it's Haley from Pitch Perfect.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to see her. She looks badass in it with her little.
I know. I wonder if she's gonna have a singing show.
like a
Like a little bit of
musical?
clips of her singing.
No, it has to stay true to Marvel. I don't
Okay,
want no
okay.
singing.
I'm just saying. I'm
This
just
ain't High
saying.
School Musical.
I'm
Okay.
just saying. And apparently there's a
Okay.
thing coming out. It's called What If.
I'm so
And
excited for
then
that. So excited for that.
really, I've
Yes.
seen a little bit of it, but it's kind of like I think that's something that I need to watch to be interested in.
She-Hulk will be coming out.
Yes, She-Hulk. And it looks like it's gonna be played by Tatiana Manslaying. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong.
Manslaying? I can't
Or no,
pronounce
no,
it
no.
either. It's
Her
okay.
name's Jennifer Walters, but her name is she's an orphan black's Tatiana Maslany. Her actual name is Jennifer Walters, and she's gonna be a brilliant lawyer turned brawny superhero who's also Bruce Banner's cousin.
Wait. Oscar Isaac is in talks to play Moon Knight. Where have I been? Have I been sleeping under a rock or something?
No, but there was so much coming out when we were looking at this in December. There was so much like just being thrown at you that now that we're able to sit down, and there's gonna be a Miss Marvel.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about that one. And
That one I didn't
I
know.
think she was already casted, which
Yeah,
I'm so excited for. And then I
Secret
know
Invasion. So Nick Fury is coming back. I think I'm saying that wrong.
where is the
Armor's War.
hold on. I know there's another thing. It's called Shang-Chi, which I'm super excited for because I don't know if you've ever watched oh my god, what is it called? Kimchi's fuck, I can't remember what it's called.
Well, while you are thinking about that, I'm gonna go ahead and just name all these lists. I guess there's one that's called Armor's War. That's the one. What's it called? That's Don Shadell. I think I'm saying that wrong. James Rhodes, aka War Machine, and he finds himself facing a new threat after the death of his longtime BFF Tony Stark. Oh, I'm so glad they're gonna do that. And then we have Ironheart. That's Tony Stark's legacy will also live on with the upcoming Ironheart show. Judas and the Black Messiah. Dominique Thorne stars as Riri Williams as a teenager inventor who builds her own take on the classic Iron Man suit. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that. I am
Oh
Groot.
wait.
Go ahead.
So Oscar Isaac is for sure gonna be Moon Knight.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cry.
go for it. It's fine. Don't forget.
Oh my god.
And it's yours. Yep. See, on cue, guys. Right on cue.
I'm so excited.
They're gonna have I am Groot, and I really like how they're gonna start with little Groot turning into teenage Groot because teenage Groot's a little bit like sassy. So far that's all that was, unless there's a second page, but that's all that it sees I see so far. Sarah had a bigger list last time we were talking about this, and this was like in December. When they announced all of the Marvel. Hang on, I have the Disney Plus one. So I'm gonna try and see. Oh yeah, December 10, 2020. That's when everything was introduced. I'm trying to think.
I know there's Shang-Chi.
So they
Where the
have
heck is it at?
WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, What If, Secret Invasion, Armor Wars, Ironheart, and Wakanda. Wakanda? Does that mean that they're gonna do like a series of Wakanda? I'm so excited.
So Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
and the Legend of the Ten Rings will be coming out. Eternals will be coming out. Spider-Man 3 will be coming out in theaters.
So excited.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse will be coming out. Also Thor, Love and Thunder. I'm like
honorable mention, Guardian of the Galaxy holiday special, I am Groot short. That's gonna be so cute. I can't wait.
So Shang-Chi is a movie and not a show. I thought it was a show this entire time. But
Nice.
it's okay, let me double check to see. What is that show called? It's the one in Canada, and it's that Korean family that owns that. Oh my god, what is it called? Kim's Convenience. You never seen it? You definitely need to watch it.
No, I don't. I've never even heard of it. Wait, what is it called again?
Kim's Convenience.
Kim's.
It's about this Korean family that lives in Canada, and they own a convenience store, and it's just their normal life, I guess.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it.
It's such a cute show. It's just a funny little comedy show.
It's coming out on Netflix.
No, it's already out on Netflix. It's like an old
Oh.
show. I think it's been around. But so the brother in that show, I forgot his name in it. He actually will be playing in the movie Shang-Chi. He's the
Jung Kim,
yeah, sure.
sure. Or
I don't remember the names.
Is it Andrew Pung, the one is known as Kimchi?
No.
So
it's the other one.
This one. I don't think I can show. Can
you
see
can't
it?
show it. It's all blurry.
Thanks. So his name is Jung Kim inside the thing, and his actual name is Simu Lui. I think I'm saying that wrong, and I apologize if I say that wrong. I'm not really good at
I'm Korean, and I cannot pronounce any of the Korean names at all. It's so bad.
But apparently it's actually, so that's one thing that's coming out that it's already out that I definitely need to check out.
Me too.
I mean, if you guys think that we should watch any other shows and dissect them, please leave a comment down below because we'll definitely get to that.
Yes.
I started out not liking Marvel because I watched Thor one time with a friend, and they made me watch it like 8 times in one day, and every time we hung out we had to watch Thor. So that's what made me not want to watch the whole universe of Marvel. And then all of a sudden met Sarah, she said watch it like this and this, and now I'm invested to be like, what the hell is going on? I need more. I think I don't like the storyline of their backstory. I think I like to see when they're all together.
Yeah, I think in the beginning it's so hard to get so invested. I mean, me as a person that loves comics already.
Yeah.
DC comics, unfortunately, but it's okay. We won't get into that. I'm already into the whole like superhero type thing. I do love Spider-Man. So watching it from the beginning wasn't really hard for me, but someone that like you that doesn't really know that much of the comics and stuff like that, I can understand why it was a little slow for you and kind of boring, because it was slow in the beginning. You're like, it's whatever, but it started getting like more intriguing when they did the Avengers movie, when all of them were together.
Exactly. It made it it made it like, this is the reason to why they had their stories building up. And then Tony Stark was like, this happened, that happened, what?
No, I was gonna say, like, I feel like that's what makes it so great.
Yeah.
Because you start falling for these characters. You start going with these characters. It started in 2008 with Iron Man, you know what I mean? And like, look how far we've come since then. We're in 2021, and look at how much has changed and how much like development has been brought into these characters and into these movies and stuff like that. So I think it's really great. And that's something that DC is missing, because DC was kind of like trying to rush it all and put everything and everyone in one movie. And that's where it kind of like flopped, because it's like, okay, you're not giving us a story, you're giving us action. You're not giving us a story. You're not giving us something.
I think they tried to do that with Iron Man, and we do know the difference between the Marvel, the MCU, and the DCU. But the fact is, we're trying to say the reason why we're more invested to the Marvel. I just want to make that clear, just in case anybody has anything to say. Like, I think like, for example, with the whole Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, the fact that they made it more about the comics, like how Gwen passed away, it was exactly like the comics. And then it was supposed to be led up to Mary Jane, him and Mary Jane, but it was robbed again, like we always talk about. But with the MCU, the storyline, it's like 1 and 2. It's not just thrown at you, it's in parts. And that's what I appreciate the most. Because like, even though in the beginning I did like Thor, like, then the second one, it had a little bit more of the brothers and his family. That's why I was like, oh, okay, I can see that. But because of me not wanting to watch Thor for 8 hours a day, I was kind of like, nah, I'm good. I cut it off there.
I feel it. It's okay. I would do too. Yeah. But I think with the Snyder's cut for Justice League and stuff, it might be great. Yeah. It looks good, at least in the trailer.
We'll give it another chance.
We will. I have to, because I mean, Henry Cavill is back, you guys, as Superman.
That was a dark, what's it called?
I love it though. It's a black suit. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Let's get back to Marvel, Sarah, because we're talking about Marvel today.
Okay, sorry. We'll talk about that another day. Yes, but yeah, so if you have any like suggestions or want us to dissect a different movie or anything like that, just let us know in the comments, and we'll definitely check it out.
Yes, we are very open to any type of shows, even if it's K drama. We would need subtitles for that one, but we'll definitely try and dissect it and
I could try.
Yes,
I've never
we can
watched a
try.
K-drama except for with my harmony. That's it.
I've watched like the love shows because I thought they were so cute and corny, and I was just like, oh my goodness. But they're a little graphic sometimes that I was like,
That's what I heard. I heard that like they don't even like really kiss.
no, I'm talking about the movies, not the shows. The movies are
okay.
like,
Oh, see, I don't know. I don't watch it. I only watched it because my harmony, she would always have, her little shows and movies on and stuff like that. But I would be in the background like, huh?
What's going on?
Someone needs to teach me Korean, I swear, because I don't know Korean or Spanish.
It's okay.
No,
it's okay.
No,
you can learn in time. All you need is one word a day, and then it can grow. All right, guys, that's all we have for you today. Definitely comment below your favorite shows and movies. That way we can most likely have some idea to watch and dissect some movies for it. And
something that you guys are interested in, something that, you haven't seen or anyone like talk about. That'd be cool.
Exactly.
Too.
It could be anything from the most gory to the most
innocent type, like Disney.
Yeah, like Disney.